When's the last time you watched a VHS tape, made a call on a phone with a cord, or used a floppy disk? Our world is changing, and so too are the tools we rely on to get things done. Vancouver Public Schools are changing too. weLearn Technology Showcase 2010.
Hello and welcome to a special edition of In the Know. I'm Chad Young.
And I'm Coleen Nelson. We're coming to you from Hudson's Bay High School, the site of weLearn Technology Showcase 2010. This event is drawing parents, educators, and students from Vancouver to see how cutting-edge technology is being used right in the classroom.
We're going to be with you for the next half hour, taking you on a tour of the demonstrations on hand. It's a chance for you to see some of the exciting things going on in Vancouver Public Schools. As you can see, people are just starting to filter in to see the displays and get their hands on this technology.
Now, before we get too deep in, though, we're going to find out a little bit more about this event. First, there are about 40 booths sponsored by the school district. Most of them highlight various programs or techniques being applied in classrooms right now. We have elementary, middle, and high schools represented. The displays are manned by teachers and other staff and some of the brightest students Vancouver has to offer. So now that you know who's here and what weLearn is all about, let's get right to it. Chad Young joins us now from our first demonstration of the night. Chad?
I'm here with Brian Thrasher. Brian is an elementary school teacher. At what school, Brian?
Hazeldale Elementary.
Hazeldale Elementary. Now, I'm seeing behind you what looks to be a chalkboard.
Yeah, actually, it's a Hitachi interactive whiteboard.
So it's not your grandma's chalkboard anymore.
It's not grandma's chalkboard, no. It's hands-on, interactive, save things, no chalky mess, no whiteboard mess fingers.
So do you actually let students touch this?
I do let students touch it. They touch it actually more than I do. They're the ones that actually come and double tap the icon to open it up. You know, they go and find 2 or 3 folders deep, you know, things that we've stored, math journals, things like that, handwriting.
So they're really able to access their files.
They totally are.
They're getting more into it and becoming, it sounds like, a bit more independent at the elementary level?
Yes, exactly. Like the first part of the year, you'd get like one hand up to someone that wanted to try it. Today, I was like, you know, who's ready to find math journal? Like 15 out of the 20 hands shoot up, they want to come up. You know, they can't always like reach and get the things up toward the level that I want to have them at. So they've learned how to like select things that are done down low. They extend that pen out, slide it up to the top, and so now everything's like laid out perfectly.
So you're seeing some innovation and really authentic student engagement.
And cool thing is like someone comes up and like, hey, can you move this text up? And they do it one way, and it's like, well, who can come up and do it a different way? And so they're learning different ways to kind of problem solve. And
so differentiating and teaching one another.
Exactly.
That sounds very cool. Sounds very cool.
It's a lot of fun.
Brian, thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Back to you, Coleen.
It seems like it would be really easy to make good TV. Just point the camera at the talent and press record. But programming that seems simple and lasts just a few minutes can take days or even weeks to produce. Like any art form, learning how to make really good video takes time and a whole lot of practice. Vancouver students in high schools, middle schools, and even some elementary schools are getting hands-on experience in all phases of video production. Let's go out now to Chad and to Adonis, our student reporter, who are going to give us a lesson in TV 101. Chad, let's start with you.
All right, thanks, Coleen. I'm here with Laurel from Columbia River High School. Laurel is involved with the video production program at the high school. Laurel, tell us how you're using technology there.
We use technology for all sorts of things. We cover events at our school. We also broadcast live announcements with things such as club information, sport information, general information that students need to know at school. And we generally it's a way for us to get River to the general population of Vancouver.
Now, have you had some professional media experience there too at the high school? Didn't you guys used to produce some kind of a program?
Yes, we did. We produce CRTV, which goes out to various news channels, and they broadcast it so that the community can see. We've also taken trips to different news stations, like K2, and we've taken tours, and it really helps to broaden our view of what a real working world in this industry is like.
So any future aspirations in the video technology world, or maybe the news business, film, any things like that in the future for you?
Possibly. You know, I really don't know for sure what my plans are, but I'm definitely considering video as a career, and I think that River's program will really lead me in the right direction.
Great. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hey, let's check out what Adonis is doing over at the middle school videotech.
Thanks, Chad. I'm here with Donnie, and what do you guys got playing right here?
These are videos from our 8th grade videotech class at Thomas Jefferson Middle School. We're just showcasing them here, showing what we've learned.
So what do you enjoy about making these videos?
Well, Mr. Graves, my teacher, he tells us a lot of stuff. He gives us a lot of tips, and he teaches us so many things. And when we get to apply those things, like different camera angles, into our videos, and it comes out really nice, that's so awesome. Just the finished product.
Back to you, Coleen.
News research shows that Apple's iPad device is being adopted by consumers faster than any other electronic device in history. Whether or not that's true, it's clear that the tablet computers are enormously successful. Within the first 80 days of its release this year, an estimated 3 million units were sold. Technology users are demanding smaller, faster, and more versatile devices, and what's new and innovative for adults will be second nature for our kids. That's why the Vancouver School District has begun a pilot program to utilize iPads in the classroom. Vancouver School of Arts and Academics teacher Jim Jeffers is always ahead of the curve when it comes to new technology. His students are using the iPad's mobility and multimedia capabilities to produce podcasts. With more on that, let's go now to Chad Young.
Hi, thanks Coleen. I'm here with Selena from the Vancouver School of Arts and Academics. Selena, talk to us about the impact this has had on your learning there at the art school.
Well, just academically to start, because we are academics as well as arts. In my science classes, we've actually been able to learn and memorize the periodic table of elements just on the iPad. So we can go and check them out and interactively go and do research on them. So that's been really cool.
You're using it in a multitude of ways.
Yeah.
You're a musician. Talk to me about how you're using it with your music, or are you?
Yeah, I am definitely. I just got into the moving image arts this year with Mr. Jeffers. So I'm in charge of podcasts at VSA, so teachers approach me all the time on, for example, my orchestra teacher, Anne Medellin, we do etude recordings each year for a competition, and they have to be really refined because recordings reveal a lot about your technique. So what we did is I recorded her playing them, and we put them on her webpage, and we give an A so that you can tune to it. I was able to put a metronome behind it, and students are able to, at home, have like a private lesson.
So teachers are coming to you and asking you for help. That's
Yeah.
fantastic. Tell me a little bit more about that.
Well, I'm usually not the most technology advanced person, especially at school, but everything's been really easy and it's a quick learning curve, and it's been really great to help out, the teachers too on learning some of it. And it helps everyone too, because once they have it on their webpage, all the students can access it. So
Interesting, the digital generation helping the teachers to learn the new technology. Very cool. Thank you, Selena. I really appreciate that, and good luck with that in the future. Thank you. Back to you, Coleen.
This event offers us a look at both the present and the future of Vancouver Public Schools, and it's really amazing when you look back at where it's come from. Founded in 1852, the Vancouver School District is older than the city itself and the state of Washington. The first school, Salmon Creek, was founded a year later by Hester Goddard. The first permanent school building was built at Salmon Creek in 1855, a 12-by-14 log cabin. In 1882, Vancouver voters overwhelmingly decided to build the Central School on 13th and Franklin. It cost $22,000. The Harney School followed in 1890 with different doors for boys and girls. Vancouver's first brick schoolhouse, Amata Elementary School, was built in 1910. In 1913, public support of schools in Vancouver continued as voters approved a $100,000 bond to build Vancouver High School on the corner of 26th and Main. Its first graduating class had 44 students. In 1929, Vancouver became just the second district in Washington to build a junior high, Shumway. That building is now the Vancouver School of Arts and Academics. A major movement for the sports fans in 1933, the Kiggins Bowl was built. World War II arrived suddenly for the U.S., and so did an influx of families to Vancouver as the Kaiser shipyards brought workers in from all over the country. Enrollment nearly doubled, and before the end of the war, 7 new schools were up and running. The boom continued through the 50s as Hudson's Bay became Vancouver's second high school, and Vancouver High School was renamed Fort Vancouver High. In 1972, disaster struck when a tornado blew the roof off Ogden Elementary. 90 students and 3 staff members were sent to the hospital. It's tough to believe it was this long ago, but the digital age arrived in Vancouver in 1983 with the addition of the district's first computers. From the dawn of the digital age right into the space age in 2010, former Hudson's Bay teacher Dottie Metcalf Lindenberger blasted off on a NASA spacecraft and worked on the International Space Station. It's truly a fitting metaphor as the district looks to launch into the future. And I'm here with Superintendent Steve Webb. Steve, thanks for being with us tonight.
Thank you.
So what do you think so far? A lot went into this, obviously. How do you think the turnout is?
It's a terrific event. I'm really pleased that our students are able to showcase some of the work that they're doing with technology. And it appears as if there's quite a buzz in the room, and we've got quite a few folks here who are really supporting technology as a teaching, learning, productivity, communication, and collaboration tools.
Definitely. And why is integrating technology into the classroom so important to you personally as well as to the district as a whole?
Sure. If we think about the way that technology has transformed the way we work, the way we communicate, the way we collaborate in the past decade, we've really got to prepare our kids with those kinds of 21st century skills so that they're future ready. And that's what this showcase event is about, demonstrating how we are in fact using technology in ways to prepare kids for their future.
And what role does technology play in teaching more traditional skills to students like English and math?
Sure. You know, it isn't just about teaching and learning, productivity, communication, and collaboration. We've got to really leverage technology as a tool to personalize learning. And it has so much power and potential, really, to customize learning experiences for kids. And I think we see lots of demonstrations of that happening at this event tonight.
Definitely. What is the ultimate goal of the district when it comes to integrating technology into the classroom?
Well, as I said, it really is about using technology in an authentic way to engage kids in their learning experiences, equipping them with the knowledge and skills and the habits, really, to be college, career, and life ready, to prepare them for the 21st century. So I think our kids are excited about the access to those kinds of learning tools, and I know that they're having fun at tonight's event.
I'm here with Greg Ross, teacher at McLaughlin Middle School, who uses technology to greatly impact student learning. Greg, tell us about what you do down there at McLaughlin and how it impacts student learning.
Well, I teach social studies and English, and I think one of the great ways to get kids involved in learning that kind of goes beyond the textbook is to get them on computers using Google Earth. And when they're on Google Earth, it's a great way of getting them, right there, looking at features of the world, and geography is right in front of them. And when they're doing a project like the one we did last year, and they actually have to, internalize where their family's immigrated from on Google Earth, it kind of makes it personal. And, there's no better way than that kind of authentic learning.
So you talked about making it personal. Now, getting their hands on it, getting deep into it. Do you see any surprises, or do students find any surprises about where they came from and things like that?
Well, a lot of the kids at our school actually don't know where they come from past like 1 or 2 generations, and so they really had to dig deep at their family histories to find out. And that kind of connection with their families that they previously hadn't made was really important. And then that ability to apply that to a technology piece is, again, was really awesome.
So Greg Ross, down at McLaughlin Middle School, his students are using technology to deeper understand where they came from, and if you know where you're coming from, you know where you're going. Back to you, Coleen.
As you can see from what's going on behind me here, a lot of planning went into this event. The idea for this event began months ago, but planning in earnest really ramped up about 6 weeks ago. It took a lot of people to pull this event together. You can see from this video shot earlier today, volunteers and staff in their green shirts set up their displays. Since we're at a school, most of the setup had to wait until the final bell rang, which meant only a couple hours to get everything set up.